Hello, Karen. How are you? Hope you're doing well. You're on Zoom. You can unmute if you, I mean, you're on mute. You can unmute if you wanted to talk.
Okay.
I, pardon?
Hi. Hi there.
How are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Good. All right. So I am going to, where is this? Hi, panel. Let me just want to open the notes, not notes, the chat, just in case we have questions at the end. Okay.
Okay.
I know everyone's popping on. I want to start by apologizing that we have to use Zoom links now because Facebook won't let us zoom in. I know Facebook has capabilities of going live, but you can't like share the screen and share it with someone else that I'm aware of. Obviously, they're doing some new things on the back end, so maybe that's what they're going to fix, but we'll see. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about today, a couple things. Of course, I'm going to answer questions too, like I said or promised, but I also am going to do a couple of Pinterest audits that people asked about. So first, let me go ahead and share my screen. Actually, this is not the screen I'm sharing. Share. Okay. So, I want everyone to see something new that's pretty exciting that they just rolled out. So if you look down here under my Pinterest description, you will see Instagram, which is very exciting. So Pinterest has implemented two things, and it's going to be rolling out slowly to everyone depending on where you are in the world and how long that you've had your Pinterest account. But both of my Pinterest accounts have it. Now, both of my Pinterest accounts have it only because I had claimed my Instagram account years and years ago when they allowed us to do that. And then the the Instagram link that you see below here went away. Well, apparently they brought it back, which is very exciting because as I've talked about in the Pinterest challenge so far, Instagram is really that confirmation that people go look for to really confirm you're who you say you are and to stalk you a little bit, find out how you talk, what your vibe is, what you believe in, and what you're sharing and or educating or selling. Like they want to watch you for a while. So it is very exciting that they brought that back. Now, there is another thing that they just brought in new. And again, some Pinterest accounts have it and some Pinterest accounts don't. And that's where if you have your Instagram in there, you can turn on auto posting. Auto posting means that every single thing, whether it's a reel or a photo or whatever that you post on Instagram, will also get posted to Pinterest. And when people click on it, they go straight to Instagram. There's controversy over if that's good or not. I am doing it because, of course, I want to test everything. And yes, there's some things that go on there that don't do as well because they're not sort of Pinterest-esque, right? They're not helpful or inspiring or educational. They might just be something about me personally. And people are complaining because, of course, Instagram has that square look or the square portrait look that it's not a portrait, but it's like on its way to a portrait. It's a little longer. And those are not the typical pin size, that 1500 pixels by 1000 pixels, which is frustrating. But also, all different types of pins now are okay on there. Should you be posting square photos on Pinterest? No, not really. But if you want to hook up your Instagram and have it auto post to Pinterest, it will give you a really good oomph in terms of getting more eyeballs on your content. So that can't be bad. There is less reach, meaning if an Instagram post that you've posted auto populates to Instagram, I'm not talking about the videos, but just the graphic. You are not going to get as many eyeballs on that as you would if you post it via Tailwind or via your through Pinterest. And part of it could be the size, part of it could be because it's going to Instagram. But remember that Pinterest has always been open and able and willing to have people leave their platform all the time. That's what pins are all about, right? Is to get people to go directly to your website. And for Pinterest, it's serving up great information. So I think that everyone should try it and see what they think, knowing mentally that if they're going to post something personal, it's going to auto post over to Pinterest. I look at it as kind of like a help in my marketing. It's going to give me more content on Pinterest, and that really is going to help my Pinterest account and my Pinterest analytics. But I want you guys to make that decision for yourself. It is not something that I recommend per se, but I always recommend experimenting with your Pinterest account. All right, I am going to go ahead and do a couple Pinterest audits because part of the homework this week can you see my screen, Karen?
Yes.
Awesome. Part of my part of the homework for this last week was to put your Pinterest URL in there. Part of it is so that you get your business spread around to our community, right? Let's do a little networking. Let's follow people that we're interested in learning more about. But also, it's to give me an opportunity to help you guys get to even that next level. So this first one is Eileen Burns, spiritual marketing and spiritual business coach. So she has right here soul power to soul clients for light workers. And it says a spiritual empowerment coach, Eileen Burns, and it has very spiritual type photos. One thing I would say for this, because I am not able to know in 2.5 seconds who you are and who you serve. Those are the two main things that you always want to accomplish with your Pinterest cover. So on here, down here in the description, it says spiritual marketing, spiritual business coach, healer, purpose, light worker, and inner child. Okay. The description needs some work also. The description that you did is literally telling everyone what you do, which is great, but it can appear as like keyword stuffing, right? It is not an easy to read paragraph for humans, and we are not just feeding information into the Pinterest algorithm. We are wanting people, eyeballs, to see what it says and invite them in to find out more. And that doesn't do that for me. So what I would want you to do is say what you do. So like obviously spiritual marketing, spiritual business coach, healer, soul purpose coach, light worker, archetypes, and inner child therapist. So maybe you say something like, want to dive in deeper with the real you and learn how that can help you market your business better. Now I just spitballed that because I don't know a lot because the description isn't beefy for me to know what you do, but also we need to feature who we serve. Do you serve female entrepreneurs? Do you serve spiritual female entrepreneurs? Do you serve people looking to get to know themselves better? Like, say who you serve and what transformation you provide. This is going to be a theme, I'm sure, when I look at all the other Pinterest accounts, because it is really, really going to help you to have that be much, much better. I see from your keywords in your name, which bravo, you have keywords in your name, that you focus on spiritual marketing and spiritual business coach, which is great. But who do you serve? Who is going to find your, and of course, we want to answer everyone because we want to serve everyone. But who is your ideal client? Who are the people that you can not only help, but that you enjoy helping? If you always focus your business on that, you will be a very happy entrepreneur. Eileen Burns, thank you so much for putting up your profile to be audited. It is not a comfortable thing, but you're doing a great job. I love your brand colors. I know kind of what you do from the keywords that you put in there, but let's make a paragraph version, a human a human readable paragraph, if that makes sense. All the keywords will be picked up by Pinterest, so you're not going to harm yourself. All right, next we have Custom Design Emporium, digital custom invitations and portraits. So you can order custom design. First of all, I love that you said I can order custom design, but custom design what? Is it embroidery on a hat? Is it a transfer on a t-shirt? Is it for businesses? Is it for um, consumers? Who are you serving? I told you we're going to run across this a lot. Who are you serving? And what transformation do you provide? So in the transformation that you provide, they're custom invitations and portrait. So maybe you're printing portraits for people to hang on their walls. Like, I don't know. And if I don't know, and I'm a Pinterest expert, the normal person that's going to land on your page is going to get confused also. I also see that you did not put a description in, and it looks like usually when you have your website on there, which is great but it looks like it's a personal Pinterest account. And the reason why I say that is because there's no world here. When you look on other Pinterest accounts, I don't think that one is either. I could be wrong. There it is right here. See the world? That is a claimed Pinterest account. Your website is not claimed. And in order to claim it, you go in the settings, you go over to claim your website over on the far left, and you're going to grab a piece of code. There's 3 ways to do it. The first way is the easiest in my opinion. It's to grab that little piece of code and you put it in your header of your website. So it's on all website pages. And that way we can track the analytics to see how your marketing on Pinterest is doing. And that's so, so important. All right. Meal planning, healthy recipes, kitchen essentials, and printables. So the photo is awesome. It looks like it's your brand colors, so more power to you for that. But I don't actually know from the photo necessarily like what you're doing. So you could have this photo and then have like a little insert photo that says meal planning, like with a recipe maybe. A healthy recipe, FYI. And then you can have whatever printables you have, you can insert on the right side of that. So on the left side, you have like healthy recipe and an actual recipe. And then on the right side, an insert photo of one of your printables, maybe. That way, when we come here, we're like, okay, it's a kitchen and recipes, and it looks like, I don't know, a shopping list, right? Printable. I'm assuming here, I don't know. So then it entices people to learn more. Maybe click on your website, maybe start looking at your boards or your pins, but we want to have a little bit more oomph, a little bit more marketing-esque in your profile. All right, and then we've got meal planning, healthy recipes, kitchen. That's perfect. Those are all keywords. Love it. Supper Sanity. Supper Sanity is a food blog that provides resources for busy families to simplify meal planning, shop efficiently, cook affordable homemade. This is good. Very proud of you. Lessen your dependence on expensive ready-made food and start like you are. First of all, you must have been at one of my trainings because you literally have who it's for, busy families. So it's not just busy moms, it's not just stay-at-home moms, it's busy families. I love that because my husband cooks in this family, and my mother-in-law, but not me. I bake bread, bake sourdough bread. That's what I do. We all provide to the family. This is really good, and bonus points for having free meal plans and checklists. You just left off one thing. Put a link in there. Is the link live? No, it's not. But guess what? I can come here and go like this, and copy and paste it in a browser window. And that's exactly what people do. So I want in this description of your profile for sure to have free meal plans and checklists and the link to do it. Now, if you have a super gobbledygook type of link, that is not easy. People don't even want to copy it because it's kind of ugly. So make sure you do stuff like you're at suppersanity.com. I would put suppersanity.com/meal or /checklist or / like a one word thing. Cause you can remember it. So you can tell people as you're walking around your life. But it also is very easy to copy and paste into the browser. Very, very good. This is impressive. I'm not going down to boards and pins right now because I don't have time. Okay, Memesy Magic. Memesy Magic sensory play kits for busy moms. FYI, this is a client, a friend, and my grandchildren's favorite toy. So disclosure, I love them. We provide magical sensory toy kits to empower busy moms. Who do they support? Busy moms. I love it. To empower busy moms to ignite more play. We do need more play in these kids' lives today. We empower busy working moms with resources to meaningfully connect with their children through sensory toy kits that reduce stress, save precious time, and ignite more play. I love that because it saves time, reduces stress, especially for moms that work, right? Very exciting. This is really good. You have to download this for your children or for your grandchildren. If you're watching, they are literally amazing. So they did a great job because I was helping. I mean, they did a great job, period. Okay. Beneath the Fig Tree, cultivate a devotional life you love. Tips, resources, and inspiration. So that's pretty good, but I want to look at this cover and say, oh my gosh, she's talking to me, or they are talking to me. So let's see, Beneath the Fig Tree. This is a name section. Everyone puts their business name in there. I get it. It's awesome. But I want you to use it for keywords. So you can, if let's see your description. Hey there, if you've popped into my Pinterest page, first of all, that whole sentence is wasted space because they've obviously popped into your Pinterest page, right? If they're like looking at your description. So delete all of that. That's a waste of space. I would start with, you're probably looking for more meaningful ways to spend time with God. Around here, you'll find lots of tools, tips, and inspiration to help. This is beautiful. This description is great. Just delete this first part and add a link to the end. Add a link that gets people a freebie, which basically adds them to your list. Do not put sign up for my newsletter because people don't sign up for newsletters very often. They still do, but not as often. It is an equal exchange of a gift, a freebie that you're giving them for their email. So definitely put that in there. You're doing a great job. We just want to add keywords in here, which would probably be something like meaningful, like ways to spend time with God. Like I would probably put that in the name area. You can have Beneath the Fig Tree if you want, but that's not a keyword, right? That's not going to get new eyeballs on your content. And in here, I would put exactly what you put down here. More meaningful ways to spend time with God. And then you have tips, resources, and inspiration. You can put Beneath the Fig Tree on there if you want, but put it smaller. I want the biggest words like on a pin or on this cover to be keywords. I promise you that will so help you. All right, I'm going to do a couple more and then I'm going to answer any questions that have popped up. Ati, woohoo! Ati is a friend and in a coaching program that we're both in with someone else. It says personal branding coach and photographer, and she is awesome. FYI, if you're looking for a branding coach, she's literally the best. Um, I help. So I did not have to click the more button, which means you don't have enough in there. We want that to be really beefy. I help female entrepreneurs build an authentic personal brand that attracts and converts ideal clients with confidence. I love that. You're saying who you support, what, blah, 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 blah. Now I want you to tell them how you get that transformation. What transformation do you get? You already talk about it, right? That attracts and converts ideal clients with confidence and builds up your confidence or whatever. Like I want that way more beefy. And again, to put a link in the bottom. I'm going to try to get to the last two if I can. Dr. Amber Langley Gill, author, no brainer. Let's see, passionate about reminding women you can be great moms, raise extraordinary littles, and live out your dreams on your own terms. Amber Langley Gill resources. See, I can go like this, copy it, and paste it right in the browser window. That's what people do. That's why I want that in there. And the reason why her description isn't as beefy is because she's in transition right now, in terms of what she's doing, who she's serving. Well, not really who she's serving, but how she's serving her clients. So I know she'll go in there and beef that up with all of the keywords necessary to find her ideal client. But I also know she's not, she's in transition at the moment. So we're good. And we've got Loser Tag Party. Very, very, very excited. This is Nicole. She is has been in the challenge live. So fun DIY laser tag games delivered. Great for school and home. Mums and dads, wow your party guests. That is a great opening sentence. It makes me go, oh, when's the next birthday party I need to plan? Because that's what I want. Teachers and educators, engage your students. Moms and dads for parties, teachers and educators for students. That is a great way when you have two audiences to mention them right in the beginning so that if I am a mom, I'm like, cool. But if it just said teachers and educators, I mean, like, I'm not an educator or a teacher. I mean, I teach my kids, but you know what I mean. With easy DIY laser tag games, stress-free, rent sets. And I love this because she's local, which is harder on Pinterest, right? But she's doing all the things. Rent sets in Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, as seen in Mum Central. Oh, and it's as seen in. That's awesome. You are doing a great, great job. We've got our little quiz here. The only thing that I would say that would be better is to have a location specific keyword very big in your name. So, I love how you say great for schools and home. And I know you barely fit that in there, is my guess. So you can, I think it's more important to have a location in that tag. Not sure how you can do that. Maybe remove your name, and remove fun and say DIY laser tag games delivered, great for schools and home in Brisbane, in Sydney, Melbourne, in Australia. Like I would just put in Australia, right? It would be better if you put like Brisbane or pick a word and do it. And then after 3 months, pick another word and do that word so that you can start getting seen from all of the different areas. Great work. You have done such great work. And hello, everyone. If we did not know what they did, we would know what they did for this account. It's clear. It's laser tag. You can tell, you can see I've got lasers in the background. Amazing work, Nicole. Bravo. All right. Let's go ahead and go. Yes. So Karen has said live here, have you looked into the new tool pin generator? Also, if I put a URL into Pinterest when creating a pin from the platform, I think it does something similar. So go ahead and explain to me. I'm going to pull up my Pinterest account so I can make sure I understand what you're saying because that's important. All right, this is my wedding website. Usually I get everything last here. So let me go to my other website. I mean, Pinterest account, excuse me. This new one has more typically. So what are you talking about? What link?
So if you go to create a pin within Pinterest, usually I do them from Canva, but if you do it
Yeah,
from Pinterest, right?
right
You can
here.
just put in a URL and it'll like,
Yes.
have you
Yes.
there.
That's what I thought you were talking about. And
Yeah.
you're correct. It works just like that. It is way easier to do it this way than to so a couple things. It's going to pull all the photos from your blog post, which is great. Now, on my blog post, I also have pins, but it didn't pull those. Those are at the end of my blog post. Sometimes it won't pull the pin you created.
Oh,
So that's the only downside to this is sometimes it doesn't pull up all the images. But let me try another one. I have to find it first. Because I want to see if it pulls it. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it doesn't, and that's like life. So don't worry about that. All right, hold on. I see. And whoops, go back to here. And it pulled my pins. So remember in the challenge when I was saying that I like to put 3 to 5 pins on the bottom of my blog. And if you'll look at my blog,
okay.
I put videos in there and everything. I'm like, hey, you're coming to read, you're going to read it all. So I always have more information that will be helpful. This is your blog block. And then I always say, don't forget to pin it. And the cool thing with this is when you upload it this way, then you can pull all the pins that you want to use and it'll automatically make them for you so that you can put your information in and voila, you're done. I love this. I think it's great. The only way this works is if you're adding blogs to your page, or like in the other scenario where it just pulled the pictures, you can do the picture also and put the details in your title and your description. You can do either way, but I love it. It's best. What do you think of it?
So let's back up a bit. So in your blog post, you have posts or you have pins, like your title pin? Or is that what you mean?
Yes. Yeah, let me
And
show
then
you.
when you pull it in,
So right here, I have, so instead of a header that's like long ways, I make them pin size. That's just what I do. You don't
okay,
have to do that, but most of my ideal audience, when I look at my Google Analytics on the back of my, analytics page, it shows that about 70% of people look from their phone. So I tend to make my blogs more like how people are approaching it.
okay,
And then yes, I put it down on the bottom. And then this is a plugin that just shows a save icon on them when you scroll over any picture in your website. I
okay.
mean, blog.
I have that, okay. So are those bottom things, are they posts or are they Pinterest posts?
So those are just
Or
pins.
both the same?
They're
Okay,
just, yeah, graphic pins that I put down there. And then Pinterest turns them into a pin for Pinterest because if
gotcha.
people click on that little thing. So if I'm on this blog, right, and I go like this to save, it's going to automatically ask me which board I want it to go into,
Right,
which is
okay.
great. Oh, did I share that? I didn't share that.
Now, yeah,
Sorry, I'm like talking to you and I didn't share. So when anyone, not just me, like when anyone comes over here and clicks on it,
yep,
it's going to ask me what board I want to pin it to.
great. Okay,
Pretty cool, huh? That's a
yes,
great
very.
question. Any other questions? I know with the whole, we usually have about 5 people on here, but with the whole Pinterest, Zoom, and all that kind of link stuff, it's a pain. So questions? You've got me. She's all, let me look at my notebook.
Yeah, pin generator. Did you look into that tool at all? I don't really want to pay for another tool
Oh,
if I don't have to.
so pin generator is something cool. I'm not sure. So when I looked at it last time I looked at it years ago, it was not a third party approved platform. It may be now. I honestly don't know. I know that my investment in Tailwind way better than Pin
Okay,
Generator, and I have tried it. But also you want to make sure you find out if it's a third party approved platform before you use anything.
got it.
Good question though.
Okay, and then approving yourself for what is it called? To shop I'm not
Oh,
gonna use the right wording. Shop
yeah,
on.
it's to become an affiliate user or not affiliate user. Oh my gosh, I forget the name of it. Let me find it in here because Memesy Magic is.
I
So,
think, yeah,
she's a verified merchant. Is that what you're talking
that's
about?
it. That's it. Yes, thank you.
Okay, so let me, oops, I keep thinking I share and I didn't. I'm so sorry. Let's try again. All right. So yes, verified merchant. So there's a number of things that you have to do to be a verified merchant. If you sell products, absolutely you want to be a verified merchant. If you sell a ton of digital products, sure, become a verified merchant. Um, but if you don't, there's no need to become a verified merchant. It is not a verified business on Pinterest. It means that you've jumped through 18 million hoops that Pinterest has you jump through to become a verified merchant. It means that they trust your business and they're going to say, yes, it's safe to shop here. There's a series of things you have to do to become a verified merchant. I specialize in organic Pinterest marketing, so that's not an area for typically for service providers. So it's not an area I'm an expert in, but like for this situation, she went through Pinterest to see what needed to be done. So many people get denied the first time and even the second time, and you only have a third time to actually get verified. They only give you 3 chances. So
Okay.
you want to make sure that if this is something that you want to do, send me a DM and I will send you to somebody who is an expert in that area and they can help you with all of that stuff. But if you do not have products or a ton of digital products, I wouldn't even bother.
Okay, got it.
Good question. Like you have to have a program in your website that has e-commerce type that can be able to make like what is it called? Like shopping basket, like the thing where you go shopping on anything, right? The shopping cart. You have to
Yeah.
have a program that runs on your website to do that. That takes all of your products and creates and again, this is a lot of hard work, creates a catalog. And then you upload that catalog. And then there's several other hoops you have to go through to become a verified merchant. I always say to work with Pinterest to do that, or someone who does this for a living, but then they're going to charge you for it. It is not as easy as one might think. You can also go to the Pinterest business community, which is called the PBC. That's where I'm a pioneer, somebody that Pinterest is approved to help people in that community because we know Pinterest. In there is a ton of information on verified merchants. And if you DM'd me, I'm going to give you a Pinterest pioneer that is an expert in the verified merchant area. So definitely send me a message and we'll go from there.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Thank you so much. We do these every 3 weeks. It's about 30 minutes and I will usually answer questions about things and all that good stuff. So I hope that you join me if you're watching this in Facebook, I am going to put the link in there. The link is good for the next several Ask Me Anythings. You can pick which ones you want to come to and then it'll remind you, give you the link and all the things. That's kind of why I used Zoom that way, is so that it can send you the information and all that good stuff. All right. I'll see you next time. I'll see you on Wednesday for our challenge. Bye.